This could be a pass. Bryce Bobo down the field for Colorado. Some trickery. Philip Lindsay. Lindsay, touchdown Buffs.
Well, a bit of trickeration as the Colorado Buffaloes fall in Southern California to USC 21-17. Welcome into the Buffalo Stampede. I'm Mark Johnson along with Coach Gary Barnett. Tough loss for the Buffaloes. Now sit at 4-2 in the season. Fall for the first time in league play. They're now 2-1 with Arizona State coming to town. Coach, what do you say about this ball game? Missed opportunities? Would that be a good assessment?
Yeah, I think so, Mark. You can't come out and be sluggish like they were in the first half. And credit USC. USC had a really good defensive plan against our offense. Knocked some balls down, broke on our slants. And in the second half, fortunately, we were able to make some adjustments, move the pocket a little bit, and break up the routes a little bit and get something going. But, you know, you can't take a team like USC and not show up in the first half. The one drive that we had a chance and should have made points on, we didn't because we had some penalties that we just usually don't make. And missed opportunity. Good team, good place to play, tough game. It's a Pac-12 conference game. They ought to all be tough, and this was one.
You know, the Buffaloes came into this ball game. They were top 15 in total offense. So they had 320 some odd yards in this ball game. Early on, though, that offensive line was not able to protect or get much push up front. That really slowed that offense.
Well, it did, and you know, Steven Montez could not step and throw the ball effectively. I think he probably got a little nervous in the pocket and dashed out a couple times. He should have stayed up inside. I think he learned a lot as a young quarterback, and we heard in his interview afterwards what he said about it, and I think that's right. I think that he learned that everybody's good and that you're not as good as you think you are sometimes, and you know, this could have been a case of at least Steven reading his headlines.
Well, Steven did make the comment, I guess every young player's got to learn it. Guess what? Everyone's a good athlete at this level. And he said even those defensive linemen run awful fast when he tries to outrun them.
Yeah, well, and he's going to learn more and more about that. But, you know, I think he's a warrior, and I think he's a guy that's going to be a really good quarterback around here.
One thing I will say about this quarterback situation, we saw Steven go down late in that first half. He went out, got the wind knocked out of him. We saw Cepho come back in. He was out there for brief, 2 or 3 passing, 11 yards for him. And then the second half, Steven Montez starts again. What do we read into this quarterback situation, do you think, moving forward?
I think you probably have a little bit of a controversy now because he didn't leave Cepho in the game. I think unless Cepho absolutely said, I can't go full speed, I can't push off or whatever, and so they went back to Montez, then that's okay. But if he took Cepho out because he just felt like Montez gave him a better chance to win, then I think you got a bit of a controversy.
The Buffaloes forced 5 turnovers, an interception, should have had a second by Kella Witherspoon. That was a huge play in this ball game. They also had forced 4 fumbles, had a turnover on downs. How often do you have 5 turnovers not win a ball game in college football?
Well, you should win those games, and just the slow start hurt us. And really, Mark, if you examine it, it wasn't so much that we forced turnovers. I think they coughed the ball up in situations that there wasn't anybody there. You know, and the interception they threw was, I mean, it was just a really badly thrown ball. We were right there, but we didn't put pressure on him at that time. He just threw a bad pass.
I'll say this, the defense, although numbers maybe don't look great, that defense played some gutsy defense, I thought, against USC.
Well, they did, and they played without substitutions. You know, it was pretty much the same, you know, 11 or 14 guys the whole game, and we just don't have the depth that we can rest some guys. And you know, I think it showed up a little bit today, even though we did play better in the second half.
All right, if you're Mike McIntyre, you've got homecoming next week. Arizona State coming to town. By the way, that is a 6 o'clock game Mountain Time. We'll hit the air, Gary and I, and Tyler Columbus at 4 o'clock, and KOA News Radio and the Colorado Football Network at 4, the Buffalo Stampede. You're the head coach. What are you saying to this group?
Well, what you're doing, what you're saying is, I hope we learn. I hope the next time we play a game, we take the team that played the first 5 games of this year and put them on the field, because, you know, we obviously had some issues. Some of us weren't ready to play. Let's figure out why and correct it, and then let's go on. We're halfway through this season. We got a lot of football to play and a lot of opportunities.
Well, number 21 Colorado really had a chance to take control of the South Division of the Pac-12, but they fall 21-17 here in Southern California. For Gary Barnett, I'm Mark Johnson. Stay with us. We're going to talk with the 3rd member of our broadcast team here in Southern California, quarterback Bobby Pasavento, when we continue here in the Stampede.